miles on it. I was getting some white moisture, milky on the dipstick and on the bottom of this. From my research, it indicated that potentially the system is not breathing properly and the PCV might be plugged. Normally you'd yank all these bolts off here, pull that off, and on the back you'd clean out the PCV with perhaps a small drill bit like this. But it was suggested that instead you can go through the front and then try and poke it clean. So that's what we're trying to do. So right there, I'm drilling in right there. And to get there, I used my 9/32 driver, and I pulled this off. Okay, so I loosened this, and I loosened this right here. You can ignore that wire. I was going to use that for poking the hole. Okay, so this was here. You can see that upper hose, that small upper hose. I pinched and pulled that off. I undid this. I undid this. Lifted this off. And then I used a shop vac with a piece of pipe on it to clean out down in there. And then there was this, on this particular vehicle, there was a ridge right here. And to drill on this back wall, I needed to get rid of this ridge. There's like a support. You can't see it so well now. Maybe you can sort of see it there where I have chewed it away. I think you can see it there. Okay, so I have chewed this away right in here. Okay, so that I could drill on that back wall. And I did it with a combination of some good sized drill bits, and I just went down in there carefully drilling away at that support piece of plastic. And then on the back wall where I'm trying to drill through the port, I actually started with this 3/4 inch paddle, and I drilled thusly. Okay, and once I felt it start to pop through, because I had a hard time for whatever reason, maybe I needed a longer drill bit, but for whatever reason I had a hard time getting in here. And so now I'm just going to kind of finish it up with that. But as I was advised elsewhere, I'm putting some grease on the end of this to keep the particles of plastic from falling into the engine. But I'm also vacuuming as I go along. And then I'm going to try and use either a piece of 14-2 wire or 12-2 wire or an extremely small drill bit, but I believe I'm going to have to bend whatever wire I put through that hole to clean out that PVC orifice. Okay. So here's how this went. I used my 14-2 wire, and I took a piece of in this case I used the green ground, and then I stripped off the green plastic because I tried to insert it first and I didn't seem to be getting anywhere. So I concluded it was a little bit too large, so I stripped off the plastic, and then I'm poking around, and I'm using my needle nose, and as I was doing this, finally I found a spot that that allowed me to poke through, and I can definitely feel and the end of that wire does have black corrosion, so I'm gonna mess with that a little bit, and yeah, so I can definitely feel it. First, not going in to the orifice port, and then it did. Okay, so I am believing that I have made some progress here today. I do believe that I have. Okay. So now I'll be putting a screw back in there in case I want to have access in the future, also, so there's no hole. And I may or may not put a rubber washer around the top of it there. We'll see. And you see the end of that wire? Can you see how it's a little bit soiled with black gunk?